All right, guys, it's 8 o'clock. It's Brian from Weird World War II, and today we're doing another Weird War Wednesday. All right. Tonight's show, we're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to talk about the most excellent Weird War comic, Weird War Tales, and we are going to talk about a specific model. I changed it because I didn't have the model of the other one. I thought I did, but I didn't. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the KV-47 light mech from Dust and like all the shit you can do with it. All right? Cool. Mel is here at my side answering any kind of messages or quotes that might pop up in the chat. If there's anything that she needs me to be aware of, she'll let me know. I just can't see it, man. My eyes are for shit. So it's like I'm so far. What's up, Jay? Good to see it. Eric, nice to see you too. So tonight, let's shoot off and do our media here. We're going to talk about YouTube. And you got to know something about YouTube because you're on the damn thing right now, right? But YouTube is a huge, platform for just reference. I mean, you don't need. It's not about making money or a fucking cat video, whatever the fuck it might be. Okay, but like for a gamer, it's excellent because there's so many gaming channels, and there's these battle reports and all this stuff, and you can watch these guys and how they game, and you can glean, different ideas. You can see different tables, get ideas about what kind of scenery you want, what kind of games you want to play, paint jobs. It's all there, man. So for the hobby, YouTube is a resource that if you don't already take advantage of heavily, you should do it because, it's got everything and anything on there, okay? But if you like the channels, okay, and you want to support them, hook them up. Yeah, throw them a couple bucks or, do some plugs for them. And, we're all a community and we should, spread the taint that is miniature wargaming. Ooh, that sounds gross. But okay, so YouTube has like tons of shit, man. Not even gaming stuff. It has the whole gamut. But what we're going to do, we're going to have a little insight on what Brian, that's me, what kind of YouTube channels he has on my channel. Okay, so first one I got on my list, and I'll try to stay hobby specific, okay? British Legion. Okay, if you guys have never seen British Legion, he's awesome. He's over in the UK. He does a lot of painting tutorials. He does some gaming, and he's really cool. He's a real like kind of firebrand too. He's like he shows videos of like his exploits trips he takes around the countryside and stuff too, which is pretty cool. So, but yeah, British Legion, great gaming site, great hobby site. Go check it out. All right, and then again, I'm gonna stay on topic. Well, we have to mention one, Dark Corner Films. That's my girl's channel, right, baby?
Yep.
All right. So, is my head cut off in the?
No, it's my screen.
Oh, okay.
I have to screen up.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at Mel's computer, and half my head's chopped off. But anyway, so Dark Corner Films. That's the part of the YouTube where Mel does her creative dirtiness, right, baby?
It's just dark.
It's dark. All right, then I've got. Now I can't. This is a French site. Now I don't speak French, obviously, and it's funny if you ever put the subtitles right on YouTube, they ain't worth a shit. They ain't worth a shit. It's like reading some literal Japanese translation in those video games we used to play in the 80s.
What happened?
Someone set up us the bomb. We get signal.
What?
Main screen turn on.
It's you.
How are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. You are on the way to destruction.
What you say?
You have no chance to survive, mate. Your time. Ha ha ha.
But I think this is and Eric, you might help me out here. It's Dinguez de Jukes. I think it's Gamers of, I don't know. Dingues, then DE, then JEUX. But anyway, these guys, again, they're French. They do a lot of Dust Tactics that I enjoy watching, but they do a lot of the other games too. So if you speak French, try to decipher what I try to say there. And then I got E.S. Taylor. Who the hell is that guy? He's some freak up in Canada. I don't know what the fuck. No, but that's Eric. That's our buddy. He comes here all the time. He does a lot of gaming. He does some gaming hobby news, kind of community news too. So go give Eric a chance and do a sub. Then I've got Gamers with Coffee. That's Greg, his crew up in Iowa, Idaho,
Yeah, I think so.
Wisconsin, Midwest, some shit. I can't remember. I think it's Iowa.
Yeah.
But they're up there in the coldness, not quite the cold white north, but get there pretty quick. Whole gaming hobby general site. It has everything and everything from video games to tabletop games. So
Honey, it's Iowa.
it's Iowa?
That's
Okay.
what Taylor said.
Iowa. Okay. And then, all right, then we got JVC Paints. I can't remember his name. I think it's James. James lives, I believe he's a Canadian that lives in Japan. So it's interesting to just kind of talk to when he talks about living in such a, I would say, drastic change of culture. So from Canada to Japan, I'm sure that culturally that's a big change. But anyway, other from that, he does a bunch of awesome painting tutorials. He does some battle reports. He does all sorts of cool stuff. So go check out JVC Paints. You'll love it. All right. Then here's another French site. And again, you might have to help me with this, Eric. Le Heur du Loir. It's LHEUREDU, then LOIR. This is a really cute couple, man. This is there's a couple, and they play Dust Tactics, and they have their entourage of buddies that come in and make an appearance and do some gaming with them. But they're got a lot of heart. They're fun to watch, although I can't understand them. They're still fun to watch. But their models look great. Their games look really great. They have a lot of kind of like in my edits. There's a lot of funny edits. But give them a try. It's HDL. I'll have to put links. I'll put links of all this shit up on here too.
Also, Taylor says it might be in the hour or something.
Oh, okay. Then we got Martin Hogberg. Okay, Martin, I believe he's Dutch. And he does a bunch of Dust Tactics battle reports, which are cool. Dust is so easy to film, guys, because it's so fast. There's not you can either play it on the board game version, which is just hexes, basically like squares, or you can play the full blown tabletop battle thing. But Martin Hogberg, great guy. He's got he doesn't have a ton, and a lot of these sites are small sites, guys. They're not like monster sites, because I usually don't go to the monster sites because I don't fucking play the games that everybody else plays. The mainstream, I don't play fucking 40K. I don't play Flames of War. I don't play all that stuff. So I usually don't go to those sites because they just don't offer me anything that I want to watch. But go check out Martin Hogberg. All right, then we got Mini Warmut. That's Brian. I'm not sure where I think Brian's out of Arizona or New Mexico. I'm not sure. He's over there. He's just on the other side of Texas. Not sure where Brian's at. Mini Warmut. Now, Brian does. I believe Brian was originally a model builder, a scale model builder, and then he kind of graduated into actually he's like, shit, I'm modeling all these things right now. I can actually play with them right on a tabletop like a game.
Doesn't he have that trash?
Yeah, so he has a general hobby site. and he also does these excellent tutorials on trash terrain. Using household items, and bits from your bits box to make these really cool terrain. But go check out Brian's site, Mini War Mud. It's fantastic. All right, and then we've got Paint All the Minis. All right, Paint All the Minis is I'd say is a general hobby site. The guys over there, they do interviews with like everybody, like in the industry, in the hobby, and just their pals. And they usually try to, each podcast is about an hour long, and it's with one person or one group or whatever, and it's really insightful. It's cool to hear. It's cool to hear the ins and out of the industry. And it's also cool to hear about the ins and out of just the common Joe players. I actually have an interview with Paint All the Minis too, so go check that out. But fantastic site. I mean, they got I think they got over
200 idiot.
podcasts.
Damn, you're fucking stupid.
And again, this is everybody in the hobby, from industry to the most important, the gamer. All right, I don't know who the hell that guy is.
Did you think Gary was acting a little strangely this evening?
Gary. Who's Gary?
Gary, now I know I was wrong. I messed up and now you're gone. Gary, I'm sorry I neglected you. Oh, I never expected you to run away and leave me feeling this empty. Your meow right now would sound like music to me. Please come home, 'cause I miss you, Gary. Gary, come home. Gary, come home. Gary, can't you see I was blind? I'll do anything to change your mind. More than a pet, you're my best friend. Too cool to forget. Come back, 'cause we are family. And forgive me for making you wanna roam. And now my heart is beating like the saddest metronome. Somewhere I hope you're reading my latest 3-word poem. Gary, come home. 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 Gary, won't you come home?
Look again! It's
No,
Gary!
no.
It's our boy, Gary! He's our 16-year-old boy!
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Lucy, and I want you to shut up.
All right, then we got Pulp Alley, man. Everybody knows Dave from Pulp Alley. Dave is a fantastic guy. Has a shit ton of battle reports and how to plays and like model reviews and paint tutorials, all within the Pulp era. Which is he usually plays within the 20s and 30s era. So it's high adventure and it's Indiana Jones and Alan Quartermain and oh shit, what is it?
It's actually The Perils of Gwendolyn in the Yik Yak Jungle. One of the greatest movies ever made. We miss you, Tommy.
From Thieves Harbor, Singapore, to the corrupt casinos of Macau, across uncharted seas and treacherous jungles. Journey to a lost civilization with a reluctant hero.
Get out of my way, you're not my type.
And a lady who loves to be rescued. Destiny throws them together. Again.
Willard!
And again.
Come on, scream!
More,
Come on, you scream!
more again.
And again.
I belong to you, body and soul.
You're kidding. No, wait! Whoa, I really can't leave you alone for 5 minutes, can I?
The Perils of Gwendolyn in the lost land of the Yik Yak.
Anyway, but yeah, so go check out every Sunday. Dave has a live game with some of his pals, and you can sign up to do it too. It's a lot of fun. I've done it a few times.
Yeah, you can watch this idiot and the beautiful Melanie play the House of Lao and the fantastic device mission. So go check it out. Pope Alec. They got their ass kicked. Well, they won once and then lost, but Brian's an idiot.
Every Sunday at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. 11?
No, it's 4, isn't it?
No, this is Dave.
Oh,
Pope Alley. 10. So 10 a.m. Central Standard Time every Sunday on Pulp Alley's YouTube channel. You can check out some live game. It's a lot of fun. Dave and Bessie are great folk, and all their guests are really cool. Oh, there's my best friends right there. Road Agent Leather. That's Jason, guys. He is... I can't tell you enough about Jay. Jay is like this fucking artistic, just goddamn badass. Anything he touches is artistic. This guy can make... I mean, he should be in Hollywood making, like, physical effects. Not this CGI shit, but, like, the epic... physical effect, the models and stuff. He's an incredible model builder, model ship builder. Where you make a fucking ship out of wood, dude. It's not like you cut a piece and you glue it to this piece. You fucking gotta like wet the wood and bend it in this motherfucker. But anyway, this is his Jason's incredible artist and modeler and painter and everything. But his big thing right now is he's big into this leather working stuff. And this is his YouTube channel. And guys, stick in one of his videos and you'll just watch this fucking nothing leather just transform into something amazing. And there's word on the news, on the grapevine, that Jason's going to start making leather dice trays. So keep posted on that one. All right. Then Tabletop Battle. We love these guys. These are Sven and Martin and Håkon. They're all up in Norway. It's an English language site, but they're all Norwegians.
I'm Team Sweden.
Team Sven. Oh yeah, Mel loves Sven. I'm a Sven fan too. He's fun. Him and Martin are probably my favorite. No, Sven in this. No,
I love it.
guys, go. They do mostly Warlord product and
Bolt action.
Yeah, usually they have mostly. Anyway, they got a bunch of stuff on there. Go check them out. Their battle reports are great. We kind of modeled ours off of them. It's amateurish.
Look, my mother is online.
Oh, great. Hey, Ma. Oh, God. Be nice, Mother. But, yeah, Tabletop Battle. Fantastic battle reports. Very personable, fun to watch. They'll make you laugh. It's just a bunch of guys, fucking around, throwing dice, having a great time. So go definitely check them out. They have tons of videos. And then the Dust Zone is another Dust Tactics site. They have a bunch of battle reports, Dust Tactic battle reports. And then that's about all I have on my Weird War channel. Now I got a bunch of like off-topic channels here, but that's pretty much what I watch when I'm hobby wise when I'm on YouTube. Those are the channels that I head over towards. Okay, but again, if you guys now listen to this, this is important. Pass this around. If you guys have any great channels, okay, and I'm not talking about the big ones who are making fucking money. They work, they play and call it work. I'm talking about the hobbyists that are doing this for fun, or they're just they're trying to make something of themselves, that are just like us. We're just gamers. If they're gamers and they're fucking not businessmen, tell me about it. Give up some YouTube channels. I'd love to hear what you guys are watching. What you guys are doing. Again, and try to keep it hobby specific. But I mean, if there's some cool like I got a bunch of historical like Mark Felton stuff. He makes all these little short like documentaries about weird shit during World War II. And I've got stuff like that on here. So if you got any cool like Kings and Generals, another documentary like channel that do really cool documentaries about whatever. But yeah, drop them in the comments below. Any YouTube channels that might be that you think that the crew here might enjoy. Drop them down in the comments, and maybe we can all give each other some support. All right, guys, let's go. That's pretty much YouTube. Again, go to YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. You got all our shit. Go check out everybody else, as I mentioned. Might be a lot of fun stuff for you guys to see that you haven't seen before. Man, look at my beard, man. It's crazy.
Pretty out of control.
Looks like a damn shrimp, a gray shrimp I glued onto my chin. Anyway. Okay, but that's about YouTube, guys. Again, leave comments about what cool YouTube channels that you check out a lot. All right, so next we're gonna do the ultimate Weird War comic book, guys. The old school, has never been bested Weird War tales. All right, guys. You guys, I don't know. I'm a child of the late 70s, 80s, and comic books were prolific in my life. I mean, I was fucking reading them when I was probably the first thing I read were comic books. But over the years, I was always into war books. I was a big Sergeant Rock fan. That was my boy. Sergeant Rock, Army at War, and Sergeant Rock. That's the stuff I really like to read. Now I would dip into some of the other DC war titles like GI Combat and Our Fighting Forces and stuff like that. But it wasn't until it was probably early 80s that I was or maybe in the late 70s, probably early 80s. I was introduced to a Weird War Tales. So Weird War Tales is an anthology comic that is narrated by Death himself. So in the early stories, they really they tried to weave Death into all the stories, like in one kind of like storyline. So you'd have like one over story, and then you'd have like little stories in between, and they'd wrap it up together at the end. But later on, Death would just introduce the new stories. But they're great, guys. I mean, it's basically Twilight Zone and Monsters and Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, and all those movies thrown into a comic with a war, with war being the main, category of all the stories. And it could be any kind of war. It's not just World War II. It's the Civil War. It's, the War of 1812. It's, the Roman era. It's, pike and shot. It's the Middle Ages. It's, Hannibal and whoever. It could be anything. And even the future. You have wars, in far-flung, battlefields on the future. That all kind of like, it's all Twilight Zone-y. So there's always some sort of cool hook or something weird. So it's kind of classic EC comics too, the old horror comics too. But it's a lot of fun. I've got the Wikipedia thing in front of me, so I can give you some like detailed like facts about it. So it was published by DC, obviously. It ran from September 1971 to June 1983. Damn, that's it. That sucks. I thought there was more. There was 124 issues, and let's see. They have a list of some of the people that were in it. Like Walt Simonson, freaking badass. Frank Miller's first collaborative. This is what it says. First collaboration was on a 2-page story in Weird War Tales number 68. I remember that one. It's like Wales or some shit. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Frank Miller's first work. Oh, so the beginning of Weird War, they had like anthology stories. So there wasn't really an ongoing center character or whatever, other than Death introducing everything. But later on, they started to feature like repetitive characters. And one of the groups of it was the Creature Commandos, which is fucking awesome. It was like an allied unit, and they had like just kind of like they had like the leader, he's just a normal soldier guy. And then you had like a Medusa, right? So she could like freeze people with her Medusa eyeballs. And then you had a vampire in it. And then you had a wolf guy, a wolf man, a werewolf. And then you had like Frankenstein's monster in it. So, and they're like commandos. They would go behind enemy lines and blow shit up or fight Axis versions of themselves or whatever. Now, one cool thing about DC always tried to give the PTO some love too. You know, the Pacific Theater of Operations, because you know most people when they read comics, it's usually against the Nazis. You know, because those are the big bads. But, you know, Japan was just as fucking bad. So, but DC, they had a Weird War ongoing character called G.I. Robot, which is awesome. He's like this kind of like fucking robot, right? G.I. Robot's great. And then he had a dog. I think his dog name was like Kit or Cup or some shit. But it was like a robot dog. Yeah, I'm gonna say. Let me see if it's in here. It might be in here. Oh, they have a link for. See, this is another cool thing about Wikipedia, man. They got this just generic ass shit that you can like. Okay, so his official name is Jake. I'm not sure what that means. Jake means. I don't know what the fuck it means.
Is he the insurance guy?
No, he's a robot.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake 1. And then I don't know where his dog's at. Fuck it. But anyway, that's cool. But so he's like a robot, and his like arm would turn into like a gun and like take this jab and blow the hell out of him, and then turn into a flamethrower or whatever the hell he would do. But you know, a lot of these stories were started by Kanger and Kubert, guys. I mean, I don't know if you guys are war comic guys, but shit, Robert Kanger and Joe Kubert, holy fuck, those are the boys who those are the two guys who ran DC's war titles, started them all. It's fantastic. If you've never read a classic DC comic war title, just envision if you guys have ever seen Combat, you know, the Combat TV series, it's like that, but it's like Sergeant Rock, or it's, you know, Jeb Stewart in the Haunted Tank, or something like, but it's similar to what Combat would be. So each comic would be similar to something that Combat would produce for you. But yeah, so Weird War, pretty cool stuff. Weird, great ideas. You'll pick up. I know there's a few trade paperbacks for it, but I think they're only for like the Creature Commando issues, which sucks because they're okay. But I'd rather read all the weird fucking stories. And so, if you've never read them, from our previous episode, go to comicsonlinefree.net, and there is every single Weird War Tales comic on that site. So that's where I read my shit. I've been like Mel was at the doctor the other day, and I was like, I was reading my shit. That's right. Comicsonlinefree.net. And it was just like, Mel right now, she's reading the entirety of The Walking Dead. So, great resource. Use it while we got it. All right, guys. So, again, check out Weird War Tales in whatever fashion. If you dig it, go and buy some of the old issues. I used to have them all back in my collecting days. I had every issue. And there was a couple newer editions. I think one was released in the 80s, and then one not too long ago. But they all suck. Gotta get the originals. All right, guys. So that is the comics. Is there any? I'm gonna look at the questions here real quick. See if there's anything cool going down here.
No, nobody's saying shit.
No, everybody's saying you're a punk. That's cool. But yeah. Okay, so let's jump into the game piece for the day. Okay. So again. When I play Dust Tactics, but all of my stuff that I buy is also used for my homebrew Battleground Weird World War II. And so I pretty much convert everything that I buy for that game system. So this is a Dust Tactics game piece. It's called the KV-47. Now, I was supposed to do the Fury of Ivan one. That's what I put on our Facebook page, but I thought I had it, but I don't. I don't have that model. So we're doing this one instead. Okay. So the KV-47, here's the base. Let me give you the base looking. Okay. So this is basically what it looks like. It's a light armored, like mechanical walker. Okay.
Is that Grandma?
This is Grandma, but what this thing is, okay, and I wish I could know how to put pictures, if I could put pictures and shit up so people will see, but they, whatever. That would be insight on technology and shit. But okay, so the base frame obviously is just this is the base frame of it. Okay, it has a single pilot in it, and you usually can attach two different pods or arms or whatever. There's two hard points. Now, in my games, again, I'm not going to do the Dust Tactics rules because I don't have those cards in front of me, and not really wanting to do that. I want to show these models to you so you can check them out and say, hey, I can turn those into shit that I want to play for the system that I play. You don't have to go by Dust Tactics unless you want to. If you have your own, if you guys play K-47, if you play Secrets of the Third Reich, you play whatever, you guys can use these models for your own games. Just tweak the rules, and so I'm gonna just tell you what I do on the rules that I have here. Okay, so in the Dust product line, the actual line, they call these KV-47s. Okay. And there's different models, okay? And each model will have certain weapons attached to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give you those, just so when you're purchasing things, I guess you can just look at the picture. But again, so the A model is called the Nadia, and it's got two flamethrower arms on this thing, okay? So it's real badass. And then there's the B model that has dual 45 millimeter grenade launcher arms. So, that's pretty cool. Then you've got the C model is the Natalia, which has dual chainsaw arms. So that would be like a close combat mech. I'm not a big fan of close combat specific only in my gaming. Now Dust is different. It has whole different mechanics. But man, we play a realistic system, and if walkers are getting into close combat with your troops, man, you're fucking doing something wrong. They should not get that close that fast. You should be throwing a lot of firepower. But so maybe an auxiliary, close combat weapon or something on top of some sort of weapon platform. But if just two dedicated close combat weapons, I'm not a big fan of that. But the Natalia has two chainsaws. Now, the D model is called the Nastasia, And that thing's a fucking beast. I'll show you these on. Now get this. It's got 2 quad linked 12.7 millimeter heavy machine guns. Dude, that is a shit ton of firepower. That is like anti-aircraft screen. That is infantry freaking murder. That is a beast. That's 8 50 caliber machine guns on one freaking vehicle. That is badass. So that's a good one. And then the E model is the Nikita this one's a badass too. This has dual quad linked 120 millimeter mortars on them. So, you can use that as mortar, like, close, indirect fire, or you can just use it like fucking direct fire as like almost like grenades, 120 millimeter grenades, just blowing the shit. So these things are beasts, man, this platform. Now, let me show you the weapons. Okay, so let's keep going. I'm sorry. So there's another version. So this one that the one I'm using, I'm basing just, you guys to just check out. This is called Grandma. Is that that's the wrong orange. This is called Grandma. And what this is a special mech that was in the Dust story that this one of their main characters called Koshka mans. And here's the arms on. This is that like 45 millimeter grenade launcher right here. And then this one's like got the flamethrower arm. Okay. Now, there's another version. It's the K-47 Arrow. Okay, so what the difference in that is, okay, so this is the Arrow body. Okay, now if you can see, this camera sucks, but you can see there's like jump jets on it, right? There's like jets on it. So in the Dust game, these things can be like airdropped by like helicopter, and that's in their mechanics. But in our game, we have 2 different rules. They can be like airborne, like these are airborne mechs that are dropped up from high and kind of like halo jumps, and they come down, they slow down with these jets when they land. So it's basically a paratrooper, light mech. Or we also use these things can jump. So like a limited jump pack. So like they don't fly on the battlefield. They'll like, let's say in your turn, whatever your movement is, for whatever your mechs would be. Let's just say, like in our game, I think the movement for this thing is 5. These things are slow, but this thing has a jetpack on it, so it'll jump and it'll shoot out like, I think what did we say it was, like 15 inches? I think it'll shoot up 15 inches, and if the pilot makes a certain successful check, he'll land exactly where he wants to go. But if he fails that check, you'll roll the scatter, and he just kind of deviates from that. So these can be really brutal if you got experienced pilots in these things, because they can just jump over terrain and over enemy units or whatever, and they can be brutal. But yeah, so again, in our games, this thing can jump on the battlefield and then like deploy via airborne, and then use those jets to kind of slow its descent type of thing. But okay, so let me show you the weapons here. So you guys saw, I don't have the chainsaw arm, but it's just like an arm with a chainsaw. It's a big fucking thing. And you guys saw the flamethrower arm, and you saw the 45 millimeter cannon arm. Now this right here, this is the quad 120 millimeter mortar one. Okay, dude, you have 4 of those bastards. That's a lot of firepower, dude. That's a lot of firepower. And then now in the game, in the Dust game, they double up on all the arms. But in our games, we don't do that. You basically, while you're making your army, you choose what arms you want to put on what mech. So, which makes more sense. But I mean, the models in when you buy them, they might have specific arms, or they might have them all, and you can just choose, which is cool. So don't glue these fuckers together. Keep them loose so you can, change out the weapons in your arms. But that's the mortar, the quad mortar shooter arm. And then, dude, this is the boost. This is that quad 50 cal arm. Look at that shit. Eat lead, fascist swine. But yeah, so, or capitalist pig dog, whatever the Soviets are fighting. But yeah, so that's 450 caliber, 12.7 millimeter machine guns. That's a beast. And then we got now these are they're almost just we call them, they're just rockets. They're they're heat rockets. I don't know what the size or whatever. They're pretty goddamn big. They're probably I don't know, 180 millimeter, 200 millimeter rocket. I don't fucking know. They're big, but they're heat rounds. So each arm has 3. So in our rules, I'll go through the rules, but that's the arm for that. Okay, so that's roughly the arms and shit. So this is my rules. Now again, guys, I play a realistic game, so this is going to be for realistic shit. But again, you can dumb it down or up it down or make it harder, however you want. Okay, so it's this the mech is manufactured in the Soviet Union. Okay, so and then again, these are the 2 of them. I wish I guess I could tilt the camera down and you can just look at the. I don't know. Maybe not. Can you see him right there, baby?
Nope.
You can't see the mech? You can see him? Okay. So this is the normal model, and this is the airborne model. Okay. So it's obviously it's manufactured in the Soviet Union, so they're Soviet bloc, creations. They have a crew of 1, so there's 1 pilot crew in this thing. Now, the engine type, I just put diesel. No, they just seem like a diesel thing. There might have been a reason why I did that. I might have read that the Soviets were using a lot of diesel vehicles.
Or may it be because you don't know?
No, I think the T-34s were diesel. I think. I can't remember. I might have read somewhere that the Soviets were using diesel engines early in the war or later in the war or whatever the fuck, and that's probably why I did it. But hell, and the only reason I do that, there's in our game, gas powered engines, or I should say, diesel powered engines don't burn as easily as gas powered ones. So that's why that's even there. They have radios. They got aerials, so you have a radio in that bad boy. Now, just looking at this thing, you've got searchlights here, which is cool. Both of them have a searchlight, so you have that option. You can make them IR or normal searchlights. The normal model has some smoke launchers. Now, these could be, these are actually just mortars, so you can stick whatever the hell you want in. And usually they put smoke in there, but you can put freaking fragmentation as some sort of, close assault defense weapon or whatever you have. But you have that on the normal model. And again, the flying model, it has jets here, and then there's 2 in the back here. Now, the only kind of limited thing, if you look at the model, okay, and I'm a stickler to trying to stay with what the model is. Okay, I didn't create this thing. I'm just going off what the model looks like. The only thing, they only have viewports, man, on the hatch. That's all I see. I don't see any optics in the hole, so they're using the damn cupola viewing blocks to see anything. So in our game, they have a limited field of vision. It's only 45 degrees, or you can do 180 if you're being real fucking generous. But I do a 45 degree to the front. So although these things are badass, there's limitations to them. They got this shitty ass. You can't really see out of them very well. Okay, I think there's only one vision. There's vision blocks in the front and the rear. So I guess they would have full vision. So they're good there. But it's not and it's crewed by a single individual. That's a lot of work, dude. You got 2 weapon pods, right? You're walking. You're shooting it, you're moving it, or you're jumping with it. So I would, if you have rules for overtaxed crew members, this thing would definitely be the crew member has a lot going on. And he's got do a lot of shit by himself to get it, the thing active. Okay, so now for the paratrooper one, again, we have rules where it does kind of like a halo jump. It falls out of the aircraft and then, goes down really fast and then uses the jets to, soften its landing. Or you can do like the jump that I was talking about. They do short jumps over the battlefield, and you can have them as as accurate or not as you want. But we we want that variable. It's all dependent on the pilot's quality that allows him to land where he wants to land. Now you can also just use them as jetpacks. They fucking fly around like bird or whatever, however you want to do it. So this model is really cool to get because you have that option. You can use them as the baseline, but then they can fly around and shit. Now again, you can do that with this one too, but just I'm looking at the model itself. Okay, so the main weapons are obviously the arms, right? And again, we play in a realistic game to where, okay, because these weapons are auto-fed weapons, you can't unjam them, okay? Because there's no one there to unjam it, really. I mean, now I know they might have mechanical means to do so, and in our rules, that's why they put quad shit on here. That's why you have 4 damn guns on here, because over the battle, a couple of these tubes are going to get jammed. So you want multiple weapons to keep making this thing, viable. Now, in our game, if the weapon jams and then the loader doesn't successfully unjam it or whatever, that one barrel is it's been paralyzed for the turn. It's jammed and can't be used. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool idea if you want to do that with your games. So that's what we do with any weapons that are not actually physically crewed by a human being is auto loaded in some way, and it's rife for jamming. So put those in your rules, man, because you might have this badass weapon, but if it jams and you can't unjam it, you're fucked. It ain't worth a damn. Now, it's got a spotlights or whatever and whatever. Now, the armor of these things in the storyline, they're relatively light. Okay, the airborne one being lighter than the base model KV-47. Okay, so in your games, have the armor heavier on this one than this one. Now, I would say these things don't max out to anything larger than an armored car. The armor of even a Panzer II or III might be pushing it, but I would stick to very thin armor for this one. This guy's really meant for mobility, to get behind enemy lines and deal with the airdrop. And you can make this one a little tougher, maybe the strength of maybe a Puma's armor or something. But make these armored car armor values, because they shouldn't be too thick. And I would use them as vehicles. I wouldn't use them as power, quote unquote power armor, because this is a piloted vehicle. It's not you're just suiting on some armor. So make the armor light. This guy, again, our base move is 5 inches, so he moves about the same rate as a human. Or you guys can increase that or lessen that, but I see these things being slow, just kind of hulking things, just striding across the battlefield slowly, kind of like the dreadnoughts in 40K or something, like the Imperial dreadnoughts or something. And again, these things can fly or jump or whatever you want them to do. These guys have smoke launchers. These guys don't. I would put some sort of rule, maybe, that if you look on the models, you can't really see the models, but the front are plated. It's really plated up. It looks really good. But if you look at the rear of the models here, fuel tanks. They're just kind of, obviously they're armored to an extent, but I would say in our rules, any shots from the rear are easier, normally, but because their fuel tanks are so prominent, I would give it a chance that it actually hits the fuel tanks instead of penetrating the quote unquote armor of the vehicle. So you could have these things not being penetrated, but catching on fire because their fuel tanks are just so open. So that might be a fun little, limitation to, keep these guys from getting too OP. And again, then these are Soviet stuff. So, try to keep again, you can play however you want, but we try to keep in what the Soviets would have, weapon wise. So, the calibers would be the, same as the normal World War II Soviet stuff. Try to keep in light of that. But there's a bunch of these things. Now there's a updated model, like actually like toy model. They alter, they make them they're quote unquote lighter than these guys, I guess. But they have like they just look smaller, and they have like these little it almost looks like a periscope eyeball sticking out on top instead of having this thing. But I don't like them as much. But they're just mimicked in their weaponry. There's the Mikhail, the Maxim, the Marlin, and the Melar. So those are just updated Dust Studio models of these. I don't know. I'm not quite sure of the history of it. I think they were just a lighter version of this.
Taylor said something about Dust. He said, I wonder if the Dust guys have everything in STL so people could print their own.
Well, people on the Dust sites are talking about that. They're saying, hey, if keep Dust alive, just sell the STLs. But you guys got to remember, Dust Studios is a toy / game / model manufacturer. So, their whole like business model was selling in that, in that way, in the store shelves kind of way. But no, I think that's a fantastic idea. I mean, if they could hell, there's guys out there that can freaking make these bad boys into STL files, and then you can print them out at whatever scale you want. These are 1/48 scale, so they work perfect for anything from 28 to 32. But if you want 135, holy shit, they get really big. Or you can go, you can do like 15 mil or 20 mil for your Flames of War stuff. That'd be awesome. I think that's the way of the future, guys. I mean, STL. Shit. I mean, you see it right now. A lot of people are doing Kickstarters for STLs. I'm like, why? Just sell STL files. Don't do Kickstarters. Just make these things up. And they've got those STL warehouses that sell everybody's product. I mean, that's the way to go. I just don't know anything about 3D printers, and I don't have any fucking money. But if I did and I knew what I was doing, I'd be printing the hell out of minis. Because I think it's the way of the future. So unfortunately, I think these companies are going to have to rethink their business models and like maybe go the way of the 3D printer, selling the files. So I mean, I guess that would increase the sale price for items, because technically, let's say for this, I've got like a couple of these models from Dust, right? This actual model. If I were to only buy one and I could print up like 50 over the lifetime of, me playing, that initial sale would probably have to be kind of high so they feel they make their money back. But they're fucking, they're put in to make the product is a lot less too. You don't have machining. You don't have, all that, plastics and, all that crap. You've got like a dude in front of a keyboard. And I'm not saying it's that easy. I'm not ignorant to like, I'm sure it takes a lot to fucking make an STL file that's worth a shit. But it's not like you're making, metal, casting, casts and molds and shit. But I think, Eric, I think that's the way of the future, dude. I think people are gonna start doing the STLs. And really just the game industry is going to change. I mean, it's changing now. I mean, people are, just printing their own shit. But okay, guys. So again, recap. We talked about YouTube. I gave you just some of the channels that I like to check out. Again, leave your suggestions for YouTube channels that you think the Weird War community might dig. Weird War Tales, epic comic book. Go to comicsonlinefree.net. Read them all. And then read. I won't. The next title will be for another topic, another game, another episode. But go there, check them out. I mean, they're great reads. There's probably like in each Weird War Tales, there's probably like 3 or 4 stories, and then there might be like single page, like little funny cartoons, or they might do a spotlight on like a weapon or some shit. So it's a really great comic. And then the Dust Studios KV-47s. These are some badass. These are Mel's. Her and her Soviets.
You know it.
She kicks the shit out of these things, man. She really tears me up. But I just painted a bunch of German mechs. So
Road Agent Leda says a resin 3D printer is on Amazon right now for $225.
dude, Christmas. Ching. Santa.
It's getting cheaper.
Santa. I need a badass printer with a bunch of badass STL files. So I can paint more. Ooh. Hey, you guys tell Mel to start freaking painting.
I am painting.
She ain't painting. She's pain in the ass, but she ain't painting nothing. But all right, guys. So this will be probably the last time I talk to you guys before Halloween. So if I don't see you, talk to you before Halloween, go out there. If you're mask up or don't mask up, whatever. But do what you need to do to keep everybody safe, and go out and spend some time with your kids and get fat and burn your teeth away with some badass candy. All right, social. And if you guys, I've got my Weird War. We still have our Weird War painting challenge. So send me pics of what something weird or something scary or something that's just in flavor with the season. And I'll make a video of all the people who participated, and then we'll leave links to your blogs or your channels or whatever the hell you want me to leave links to. All right, baby. You got anything?
No. Let's see if there's any highlights from the. Yeah, nothing. They were just talking about the 3D printers and how high shipping is.
Yeah, shipping. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, E.S. Taylor said like these women soldiers I got. He spent $20 USD for the figures and $25 for shipping.
That's nuts. That's like I wanted to do I wanted to buy something from over in the UK, right? And it was like you got the product. I won't give the people who did it, but I'm sure this is everybody in every industry. It's like you got the base price for the damn product, right? And then you got the damn value-added tax, whatever fucking socialist commie shit that they throw on to all the purchases, right? And then they, because shipping's so fucked, they don't know, they can't give you an actual shipping, so they just say, just add another 10% or 15% of final, cost, and that's your shipping. I'm just like, fuck. It's like, dude, no. I think, man, I tell you, until this supply chain or whatever the bullshit, I don't know. I'm not a dock worker, not a pilot, a cargo plane pilot. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't work in industry. I mean, Mel works in industry, and they're fucking working their ass off. They're making product, but I mean, I don't know. Dave from Pulp Alley this week had a video, and he talked about like Australia stopped accepting packages. They just said, okay, no more packages. It's like, what the fuck? I guess he had a quick starter, and he had a customer down in Australia, and he went, he sent his product down to him, and it came back and pinged back undeliverable because Australia's not taking any fucking mail.
What do you think about Bitcoin?
Oh, dude, I don't know shit about cryptocurrency. I don't know. I am not the guy. I don't have any money to invest in anything like that. I mean, if there's enough people, I mean, shit. Paper money is just freaking paper. It's just if people give value to something, then it's, you know, if you can line up with people that you know believe in the same attitude that you have for Bitcoin, then you got a workable, you know, monetary fund there, you know. But it's just not across the planet yet, you know. But
I kind of think it is.
Well, I mean, it is. It's. I mean, it's. But I don't trust it enough to invest in Bitcoin. I just don't, because I don't know anything about it, you know. And but dude, let me tell you this, and this is my crazy conspiracy Brian mind. Okay, within our, maybe not my lifetime, but my kids' lifetime, there won't be cash anymore. Governments will do away with it. They will do away with physical currency, because it's all electronic. And then they can have that oversight of everything electronic. So it's at that point, having a cryptocurrency where you can make, you know, it would just take place of the physical currency, because now the government no longer, you know, governments or whatever the hell you might be freaking out about, there's no oversight, that you can just pay with a Bitcoin, you know, whatever the hell you want. You know, you can go to the damn garage sale. Well, but anyway, but yeah, so I don't know. I think Bitcoin and those cryptocurrencies in the future will probably be, you know, pretty mainstream, and there's going to be a big push with governments to stop it, because they don't have any control over it. So
I guess it's going for higher prices now than it did, because
oh yeah, like
road agent Leather said the only thing he regrets is not buying it.
Yeah, I think one Bitcoin is like thousands of dollars or some shit in it. It's like, I mean, so for you to buy into it, like I don't know shit. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I get the concept of it, but I don't know how you purchase it. I don't know how you hold it or, you know, spend it. So I'm sure it's just like any other kind of like debit card or some bullshit. But again, you know, the market wants it. So the market is allowing for it, Bitcoin. And I see it, you know, all the hipster, you know, sites, they say they'll sell.
It's nice that we can make our own money here in America.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, I really do think that it's going to be prevalent in the future for sure. Non-government monetary system. But you know, it's gonna have its hiccups. It's gonna have, you know, the corruption side. You know, someone's gonna fuck everybody, and all that investment in some crypto, and it was all bullshit, or some, you know, criminal organization, whatever. But the market itself, I think, will drive these actual legitimate companies who want a sustaining business model to have this thing go for a long time and make a shit ton of money.
Hey, me Wormut said earlier, I tried to get some leftovers from Meeble Mark for dust, but they were having nothing.
Yeah, so years ago when Dust changed distributors, they were with Fantasy Flight. Fantasy Flight was their distributor for a while. And they had a partner, whatever happened. I don't know, the fucking some shit happened and they no longer carried. But Miniature Market, great site, by the way, great online site. They discounted their fucking Dust products like 80%. And I'm talking about, this was like years ago, not now. Right now they have some they can buy some Dust stuff for like $5. And it's like a whole squad. So that's badass. And I got a bunch of them. But they discounted their entire fucking line. I mean, we're talking all the jets, all the giant walkers. I mean, I got all that stuff. And I got for like, shit, it was like $10 a thing, or $20 you know, a big ass vehicle for $20, or an airplane for $20. Now, you know, shit, they sell them retail for like 50 or higher. So
I think the best question in chat tonight was this from E.S. Taylor. Is weed legal in Texas?
No, weed ain't legal. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. Right? But it's coming, man. Just like all the rest of the states, dude. Federally, The feds will be the last to okay it because they make so money on enforcing it, the criminality of it. But the states realize that there's a want for it, there's a tax base for it. It's not going to make everybody friggin' go crazy and start killing their grandma for pot, and then that shit like coke heads or crack might do. But anyway, I'm a libertarian, guys, so if you want to stick fucking tar in your eyeball because it's fun, that's on you, man. Just stick that shit in your I don't care. That's your body. Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
All right, guys. So that's the cue for me to shut the fuck up in this. But again, it was YouTube, Weird War Tales, and the KV-47 models from Dust Studios. Airborne version, and then the bass version. So buy a bunch of that shit. Find it, buy it, paint it up, play with it. Modify the rules to however the hell you want. Whatever you do, however you do it, you make it weird, okay? All right, guys. Whatever you guys do, keep it weird and go have fun on Halloween, all right? And we will see you guys next week. Say goodbye, baby.
Bye, baby.
All right, guys. Hasta la vista, baby. Later.
With all due respect, what the fuck are you talking about? And why is Olson here?